What is going on? How's it going, my friends? Welcome to the channel. That's right. Your favorite tarot card reader here is in his house. About to get down, right? So I got 4 decks here, okay? 4 decks. Well, 3 decks and an oracle deck, right? So I'm hitting you guys up, right? You guys need some guidance. You need a little bit of advice and suggestions. We're going to play question and answer, okay? So you guys hit me up in the comments, right? Leave your little comments. I'll throw a couple cards down. And then we'll just move on to the next person, right? Yeah, so that's what we're doing. That's what's going on. I got my glasses. We're ready to go. All right, so come on in. Let's get this going. How you doing? You guys doing all right? I hope so. Want to give a shout out to my members and my subscribers. Appreciate y'all. So like I said, you got a question, throw it down, and I will throw some cards to help you out, okay? It's that simple, okay? Before the mad rush gets in here, I'm thinking about putting some comment up and saying to the people, we're going to not cut in line, okay? And then you're going to number your question, right? So this is the order of people. So get this right. So there's not a mad rush and people are jumping over other people, right? Trying to get their cards, okay? So leave your number next to your question. So that way when I review in the comments, who's next after I do the one, you know what I mean? Well, then we can keep in some kind of consecutive order, right? All right, cool. All right, so I'm just going to do a little freestyle right here, right now for you in a moment. When more people come into the live, we'll get these questions going, and I'll just throw some cards down because there's, I slept really good last night, and I don't know, I used to not dream a lot, okay? But often recently, I have been, okay? So I know that I'm getting downloads, okay? And a lot of these dreams are like, what? Of course, dreams are far out there anyways, but like, I mean, come on. Some of the stuff isn't even having to deal with me. People, places, things, okay? So what I'm going to do is take some of those downloads that I got, and we're going to just shuffle the message out. And you're relating to it, let me know, okay? So like I said, you got a question, we'll throw that down, but I'm going to just start here with these collective dream, astro travel kind of stories. Yeah, stories. All right, let's go. Okay, so this is for everybody and anybody, general, okay? Like the General Lee. What you know about having the King of Wands up in here? All right. So, King of Wands, we're looking at a fire sign here. Okay, male, female, doesn't matter. Put on my spectacles. Let's get this rocking. Oh, I can see. Imagine that. All right. Well, initially, obviously I knew it was a fire sign, but here I'm seeing that there's a lot of like speckly, like ambers, okay? You light a fire and you see it all popping up and everything like that, right? So somebody's starting to get fired up here, all right? But the stare that this guy has is like crazy, right? Just staring. So the focus is there, all right? So somebody's definitely focused on starting something. I don't know what that is, but it's the beginning of something, okay? Just like the beginning of a dream, okay? And that's kind of the premise. Plus, we're doing the questions. All right. King of Wands, huh? 10 of Wands, burdens like hell. Boom. So somebody's definitely feeling pressure. Somebody's feeling the pressure. What's the pressure about? Somebody feels blocked, trapped. I'm going to get deep on you, so hold on. Remember, this is a general collective tarot card reading for any and all signs, no matter your placements, as well as the question and answer. Okay, so definitely with the 10 of Wands here, somebody's feeling blocked, locked out. Where's my keys? I can't get back in my house. Somebody's trapped. And that's the burdens, because they're trying to get a start here with something. It could be that somebody's trying to focus on eliminating some of these burdens, these wants. Hope you can hear me. Yeah. All right, because I got the mic on and I plugged in. And I don't usually plug it into my laptop, right, because I've had issues with it. So it looks like it's working. So I'm going to just say that it is. All right. I also see there's like a window. It looks like a sign, like whatever, but it looks like a window up here in the corner. See up here? Right, it looks like a window. Even though there's light around here, it's coming from that window. So it's shining down here. So there is like, okay, since that spark is coming, there's definitely a light. Okay, so the spark that this King of Wands is starting to, ignite is going to get hot enough and bright enough to actually be this light in the window, coming in and shining the light on the burdens you're carrying. What is this? What is this? All right, well, let's go. Hermit. Hermit's in the house. It's Hermit the Frog. Can't with myself. I love being silly. Be silly too. It's fun, right? All right, the Hermit. Somebody's definitely trying to figure out the situation here. Okay. Yeah. And there's so much light in all of this. I mean, the Hermit, obviously, he's got his little torches, candlelight, right? There's a lot of light around this 10 of Wands, all coming from this King of Wands, with the ambers glowing, okay? Wow. All right. So somebody's really trying to figure out a situation, but it's on them. Maybe. I don't know. We'll keep going, right? It doesn't have to be your energy. We know how this energy works, right? Put on a pair of socks, walk across the carpet, go touch the door handle. That's energy. All right. Just gets transferred. Well, now. High Priestess is in the house. The Hermit. Two majors. Two major arcanas right there. Okay, so definitely somebody knows that they have the answer already. Okay, and that somebody is definitely the King of Wands. So now we have clarity on who these burdens lie with, and that is the King of Wands energy. Definitely like a fire sign, right? It doesn't have to be a fire sign. You could have fire in your placement charts, whatever, dude. You know what I'm saying? That's irrelevant. It's clarity. So the King of Wands is technically like the High Priestess. So they have this inner knowing of how to get some of those sparks into a fire to burn out these burdens. But they have to really go within, seek that inner knowledge, because that is where it lies. That is where the key is for something to be started, because you're focused on something. What's going on? Sorry, I couldn't see you. Hey, Jackie, what's going on? I'm doing a little ad-lib here too. So I just started with some kind of download dreams that I had last night, waiting for y'all to come in. Hit me up with those questions. So if you got a question, you got some stuff you're stuck on, bring it here. I'll throw some cards down. Otherwise, enjoy this. Okay. So, High Priestess. Yeah. Let's get another card. Let's keep this going. This is kind of getting deep here. Two of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. So it's kind of tricky, because with the Two of Pentacles, it could go either way, right? Because twos are about choices. So you could either really make and balance a decision very well and easily, or it could be just like a clown juggling for the very first time, can't get it. So it's not getting to a resolve, to an answer, because twos are about choices. Okay. And so with this knowledge inside of you to know how to get this fire going for something, like relieving these burdens, I think that you can. Okay. Let me just keep on going. I think you can make it look easy, because the high priestess, it like keeps secret knowledge, right? Keeps secret knowledge, keeps things hidden. Okay. And when things are hidden, that's the whole point. Sometimes we forget, we get complacent, so we forget things. So it's kind of like, what do you want to do when you grow up? I want to be a fireman. Then you're grown up, and are you a fireman? Probably not. You forgot it, right? That's that. But when you seek back inwards as that hermit, you're going to find the answer, okay? Because it's always in you. It's with you, okay? Wow, that's just... Okay, Nine of Pentacles. There we go. Okay, so definitely now, like, the train is starting to roll on the tracks. Things are getting a little more action-orientated here. But it's a slow process, okay? So someone's, like, slowly building themselves up. Yeah. And that's kind of funny that this is like this, because, you know, that's kind of how my dream was. Sometimes when you have dreams, boom, you're right in the middle of the heat of everything, whatever, like the, you know, mid-story, we'll say. The downloads that I was getting, I mean, I wasn't in my theta sleeping or whatever, but it seemed like, you know, when you go in the movies, you get the stupid ads. I love the commercials. And then, you know, you got to silence your phone, and all the process of building up to get to actually starting the movie. That's kind of how the dream was with those downloads. And that's exactly how this story is playing out for someone. So I feel that we might have to be busting into the Oracle deck. Okay. But I'm going to switch it up here. I'm going to use the mini wizard, the hermit, right? How fitting. Okay. And these are like the question and answer kind of deals. Okay, so let's just do it. Let's just do it. Okay, we're going to do it. They're tiny, though. Super small. What? I see you pee? Come on. Close the bathroom blinds. I think so, yes. I see you pee? I think so, yes. So that could be something. All right. But let's go. I'm coming. Trust me. Okay. Whoa. Okay. You need to take that one and throw that over there. Recenter. Here we go. Someone's on their way, and they're asking you to trust them. Well, this King of Wands, this will be you. Fire sign. And confirmation yet again that with the Nine of Pentacles, that's slow and steady, coming in, right? Taking that action to move forward like this. Guy's on his horse, right? Let's go. Wow, I'm just kind of like, it's like in sync. It's good. It's great. It's wonderful. And it's another clarity because my living room windows, I mean, you can see the brightness coming in, right? I got my car parked in the front, so the sun's reflecting off my windshield through the window in the house. So there's like extra light shining on the situation, like really bright, right? It's like a spotlight right now. Okay, seriously. And that reminds me here of the clarity I was talking about with this window over here. See the window in the corner? That's shining the light on the burdens. Yes. This definitely is progress, whatever this is. I keep hearing that song by Billy Joel. We didn't start the fire. Yeah. But here in this case, somebody wants to start the fire, get something cooking, get something going. 10 of Swords with the Hierophant. Madonna me over here. It's like somebody knows that either you or them were juggled. That's the burdens. That's the betrayals. Juggling what? A higher level commitment. Hierophant. Now this person or you wants to come back in because they've looked at the situation. They realized some things weren't quite known. Okay, the high priestess keeps the secrets, right? So things weren't known. And this King of Wands has been carrying these burdens of this betrayal the whole time. Oh my goodness. As the world turns, my friends, this is how it goes. Energy is fluid and collective, okay? But that extra light from outside is really shining the light on stuff, okay? Boom. Ace of Swords. I mean, I just said we're getting clarity from that. Now we get more clarity from the Ace of Swords. How good can you get? So now somebody wants to come in and speak the truth. Bring clarity to the situation. Wow. Like I swear I feel with this King of Wands, it's a Leo. I mean, fire sign anyway. Could be Sagittarius, Aries. You know how that's going to fit, right? All right, let's go. Oh, I got these multiple decks out here, so I'm like, oh. And I'm really good at multitasking, so yeah, this light's kind of crazy, though. All right. Oh, somebody wants you to wait. Hold up. Don't go anywhere. They still want you to trust them because they're coming to you or you to them. But with the Ace of Swords, I mean, that's also an idea, okay? The truth, yeah, sure, right? But when I'm looking at it very detailed here, I'm seeing the 10 of Swords with the Ace of Swords. That makes 11 swords. So there's not really 11 swords to do in the tarot. So now I'm referring to numerology, which 11s are master numbers. Okay. So somebody could be having that 11 as a master number if you understand that numerology. And I mean, I did videos on how to just, break down your birthday and, all that to figure out your life path number and stuff. Okay. Goes 1 to 9 and then 11 and then 2, 2 and then 3, 3, right? This one. Oh, sorry guys. I just get chatty. Didn't even see the comments. Jackie, you back? Okay, should I walk away from my situation? Sounds like you are already reading my situation. Oh, well, Jackie, are you a fire sign? Or are you dealing with a fire sign? That is me too. Hey, Pink Fluffy, hold on. Let me still keep reading this because I was slacking in the comments. Okay, so Jackie, if you're still there, hit me in the comments to see if either you or somebody you're knowing or dealing with is a fire sign. Because I feel with your situation, damn it, I knew it. See, I did say Leo up in here, right? Anyways, that's good. Okay, so Leo, that's you. So this is your reading, okay? So there is some kind of clarity that's either coming to you or you bringing it to another person, okay? Because to me, the walking away would be like those 2 of Pentacles. Juggling. Should I light a fire under my ass about the burdens of me kind of betraying this relationship that was kind of on a very higher level or potential, right? And so you were going in, looking at everything as a hermit, deciding with the 2 of Pentacles, should I stay or should I go? So with the Knight of Pentacles, and then I'm coming, trust me, that is you moving forward to ease those burdens and betrayals of this possible juggling, to bring the truth and clarity, okay? And so somebody is saying, can you wait for me because I want to bring this, and I have 2 Two of Cups with me. So now we're getting into maybe some kind of misunderstandings or not quite clarifying how you might felt or how somebody perceived you. Okay. So that's about what I got now for you, my friend Jackie. So stay here, keep watching the reading. Let me hit up Pink Fluffy and we'll see what's going on. We'll keep it on trucking. All right, Pink Fluffy, what's up? Oh, you unicorns and dancing on rainbows. I love that screen name. That's awesome. Okay, it says, I don't know what to do. My friends hate me. And they're so rude. Should I leave them? Well, Pink, check this out. This is my philosophy, and I had to learn some things like this because when I was growing up, I had a lot of people that would smile in front of my face, but be the turds behind my back. And even still as an adult, half a century old, they still do that stuff, okay? So we sometimes develop attachments to people because of things or, materials or personalities or intimate parts, whatever. Doesn't matter. And sometimes when that front is being put on and the mask is really tight, you start to hold on to those a little bit more because then when you start to feel either you want to pull away or them by their actions, treating you like crap, talking to you any which way they should or felt that they could, there has to be a boundary set. One, to say, excuse me, you can't talk to me like that because if we've been friends for 6 years and you're treating me like a piece of crap and you're treating somebody that you just met better than me, well, you're already letting me know, okay? So you don't take that because then enough of that, from my experience, it starts to diminish your self-worth, puts you in insecurities, and now you're looking at things like stuff is your fault, questioning yourself about, well, what am I doing wrong for these people? Just be however they want to me. These other people have issues that they're not directly handling, but indirectly taking it on you by being punk asses. Okay? So I think you answered your own question. And, I'm not trying to give you the exact of what you should do. Listen to me. This is just guidance, okay? I've had to walk away from family members, longtime friends. I mean, I've had a friend like 30 years. Best friend. I was like, flick. You think what? You said who and huh? Oh, no. We ain't having that. You got to go. Right? I don't care. Because you got to lay that gauntlet down somewhere to say, either you are my friend, you're going to treat me that way, or we're done. DONE. Yeah, cool. Glad you got that, Pinky. Yeah, I mean, that's a tough situation. Like, I've been there, and I'm still holding on to things I shouldn't have, just because I had that attachment, whatever. And, you start to grow, and you learn from it. And then you realize once, after enough of that, you've had enough. So what are you going to do? Next time that comes around, just flick it off. Because there'll always be somebody in the shuffle, okay? And that's kind of a good thing to do, even though sometimes it seems like a little rough because you might be going through a whole bunch of friends. The people that love you, the people that are genuinely loyal as your friends, won't ever treat you like a piece of crap. Plain and simple. That's it. Yeah, they're not worth it. Well, then there you go. Exactly. Thank you, Izza, right? See, that's why I love my family out here, because we all jump in and help each other because we know that, first of all, majority of us have dealt with clowns like this, right? Friends, family, whatever, coworkers that just like chummy with you and, just turd on you behind your back. It's kind of shit, hey. Yeah. But, everything happens for a reason. So maybe you have a little bit of self-esteem issues and then this happens to you. So then now you're going to have to start getting to that point of looking at yourself and then realizing, well, hey, it ain't me. It's not me. I'm not doing anything to be like this. Right? So then you're going to rebuild your self-esteem, get out of that hole. And then you're going to be able to step on these people like they're fleas because you're looking for the people that are going to really, ride or die. Word up. All right. So, Jackie and everybody else, let's keep going with this. Right, it's hot on Jackie's story. She was picking it up. Jackie's the Leo in the comments. Jackie B. Give a shout out to people when I can, right? All right, so now we have the Ten of Swords. Boom, again. Ten of Swords underneath the Ten of Swords. Wow. But after the Two of Cups. So while somebody's saying, wait for me, they're trying to get their, stuff together to bring in this truth. They want to bring in this union, this coming together kind of deal with this Two of Cups. But it might just be, I don't know. I don't want to say fake. Ten of Swords, the birds. On the other hand, it really could feel like it's going to end these burdens, the betrayals. You want to end the betrayal that happened with somebody juggling or trying to decide if they wanted to have a higher level of commitment or not. So then it was done. Now the clock is ticking because now someone's trying to reignite something for this higher level commitment, and then moves in for the speaking of the truth, right? Yeah. Ten of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. Clearly, this is your intent. Okay? All right. I reloaded. That is your big fat Ace of Pentacles. No, that's the wheel. Oh, my God. See? Looks like the Ace of Pentacles, right? Can you read that? Nope. All right. So, yeah. Now a cycle will be changing. Okay? Maybe this is the good luck that you needed. Okay? Maybe this is just something that you had to do for yourself, because we're all on this planet to learn lessons somewhere, right? To enhance our own selves, to be better for our own selves, to be our higher selves. Okay? I know. It's like Captain Kirk. Buckle up, baby. All right. So this is looking pretty good, right? So with the wheel in the clouds, it tells me that there's possibly like a silver lining in the clouds around this idea of bringing this truth in, because it's going to alleviate a lot of stuff. It's crazy. I've never had a lineup that like fierce, depressed, sad, kind of like hurt, all that in one little package. Knight of Wands. Spark ignited. Spark ignited. Okay, so something definitely is coming in. Maybe this is the other person, okay? Maybe they're going to be reciprocated to this idea, okay? Because they could be waiting for you, and they are trusting you, okay? Sometimes, a second, saying goodbye could be that second chance. Because not everybody is, sometimes we're not on the exact same level. We're right there close. Okay, and then there could be just one little thing that happens, and then it just, right? So you figure that out, and you come back, and you say, hey, if that was our only issue, then what else is there a problem if we're figuring it out right now? Right? This is crazy. This is like, I'm surprised the star card's not out here with like the healing process, because this definitely is, we're screaming, let's heal this. Whew, you're like a bullhorn going on with this one. All right. Bullhornet. The Chariot. Oh, man. So somebody's been divinely driven to do this. The Chariot. That is really getting balanced, your light and your dark side, okay? And that could have been some of the juggling here with, I'm not ready to commit, but I want to commit. I don't know. I'm so confused. What do I do? Right? That happens. Stay. Well, now. Somebody wants to make something all better. And I like that. It should be. That is definitely a hell of a repentance and how to, make something right. Put yourself in that positive side of karma. Even if it doesn't work out, whatever. Still good to clear your debts. Right. I'll be a rattlesnake's ass. Oh, I lie awake thinking about our future. Oh, snap. Now we're getting into the dream state again. Because there was a woman in my dream, like I said, this download that was like the slow motion movie thing kind of going on. And I was like, I don't even know, this doesn't even feel like me. It's kind of like in my dream, it was like I was like a football coach. So it was on the sidelines and I was watching the movie play in front of me on the turf, whatever. So I knew like that wasn't directly my energy or a message for me because I was off onto the side, right? Kind of like directing or watching it, right? So that is tying into this kind of freaky. Whew. All right. Let's go. 7 of Wands, or 7 of Swords. Seven of Swords with the I lie awake, thinking about our future. Well, definitely there's a lot of mind jarring going on here, a lot of gears turning, okay, because the Swords is clearly your mind. And if you or them are thinking about the future, yeah, that's a lot. Thinking about a lot of things. Thinking about the betrayal that happened, thinking about bringing in the truth, right? Wow. So definitely somebody found the spark. They're moving forward to do this, okay? Let's get another card. So many. All right. Where are we going with this? This is really deep. I mean, for fire signs, this is really into it, okay? So from my channel, obviously, you guys' fire sign readings have not been this kind of detailed and stretched out, we'll say, okay? So I still feel that there's a lot more of the message here because this is just like nipping the bud, like kind of getting, like I said, being at the movies and you got to wait for the stupid dancing Coke commercials and the polar bears. And then they're like, please turn off your phones to be silent, right? And you're just waiting for the movie to start. Like 10 minutes later, finally the movie starts. That's kind of where we're at now, where now the movie's getting to start. Whew. 3 of Pentacles. Told you. I just finished explaining this because now here comes the collaboration. 3 of Pentacles. Teamwork. Wow. How do you like that? So this is going to happen. Like, seriously. Some people are in the beginning of stages of seeing the ambers of the spark to really start to do this because they want to get rid of these burdens. Some are already halfway through with already getting to the truth and clarity about things. Some are at the point now where they're ready to link up. Okay? This is actually a really beautiful reading. I'm surprised. Well, the devil's coming out here to say hi. Yeah. But this is more on the positive side. If you could imagine that. The positive side being that somebody has been really kind of like obsessed with this whole process to get to the point of actually collaborating. Okay? Because if you think about it, the King of Wands, right, he does have that passion, that fire, that focus. And if he's the king, his orders are going to be executed, which means your goals will be accomplished because you, as fire signs, can focus that passionately from beginning to end. So that kind of has to take some kind of obsession as the focus to really see it through to the end now in that collaboration stage. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Goodness graciousness is okay. Ooh, will you choose me? So there really hasn't been a conversation yet about this as far as, are we going to do this again? Do you want to do this again? Start over and reintroduce yourselves? That seems like really what it is. And now here comes a little bit of the insecurity. Come on, King of Wands. Where's the insecurity coming from? It must be your moon sign, right? Probably. But because it's your energy in the devil energy with the Three of Pentacles, this start to finish drive, you are focused on you and the mission, not really this other person, other than bringing in this truth and clarity, but not really assessing their feelings about how they're going to look at things and want to either say yay or nay. So now you're feeling a little insecurity just when it's about to happen, but you've been pulling the strength card the whole damn time to get to this point. Woo. Well, I think we're surely probably going to have an oracle card here. I might just throw one in random. Somebody's on a hell of a journey, though. I'll tell you that. And it's a reckoning that, is going to be very well probably received. Okay. 5 of Wands. Confirmation of the insecurity, right? Maybe you feel that there's other people jockeying for this position, this other person. Maybe you think it will start an argument. What up in the comments? Is a black cat. What's up? Can I get a card? What should I know is a good idea? Well, giggle, giggle, chuckle, chuckle. I hate to tell you this, my friend, but I don't work with the spells. Okay, I really don't. I don't have to. I don't need to go down that road because it's not a good road. So I don't really have any advice or kind of things for you to have an idea with. Sorry to be the spoiler, right? The killer of fun, I guess. Besides, you don't need spell work. You know why? Because you already have the power within you. So you don't need these stupid little things to help you along, because that's just infantile things that immature, lack of experience wizards or witches decide to use as some kind of crutch because they're not trusting their own internal power. Boom. So maybe pull a hermit mode, go inside and meditate a little bit and find out. Okay. Because the answers we always get. Like for me, I don't get sick or whatever, but if I start to feel that I'm going to be, then I know that I will be. So then that internal knowledge would already have me seeking out some herbal things to take care of that before it happened. Kind of like a spell, but it's already just that power inside of me, that knowledge that I'm going to use to make things manifest or happen. Okay. Yeah. So, appreciate you. You're welcome. Appreciate that. A lot of people get butt hurt, but hey, it's the reality of things. And that's just that. Honestly, that stuff is just a trap. T-R-A-P. You hear me? Trap. Those are for the Hogwarts people. Sorry. And I mean, I come from a long line generations, okay? And my mom, and my aunts, they this goofy shit growing up, messing with the Ouija board, talking spirits, shit like that. It's just, So I have a lot of knowledge about things that I'm very voiced my opinions on. What is up, Monica? Okay, I'm feeling a connection is fading. Just let it wither. Oh, I'm so sorry. That makes me feel sad. So let me get a card for you. Or two. Okay. So Jackie, whoever with his fire sign. Okay, we're going to hit up in the comments, get this one going to relieve this kind of, I do feel sorrow. A little bit. We'll see. So hold on. We're getting there. Boom. Queen of Pentacles. Well, Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. Fool card. Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you, my friend Monica, is that you need, or you should, okay, look at what, there's like two things. Look at the journey that you want to take, okay? So you're going to really look at this person, okay, and you're going to say, well, is this connection really fading? Because maybe, you know, we're out of the honeymoon stage and now we're complacent and we're farting and picking our toenails and shit. And, you know, there's no buy me chocolates and flowers. That would be this foolish energy that you'd be focused on. The second part of that could be is that you being the Queen of Pentacles, it's saying your focus is too much on probably the resolve of things, maybe the structure, the stability, the support that maybe you're not seeing now, but in your mindset, this is what you want. This is what you were focused on with this other person. And so it's saying to not think that way, but just focus on being that fool, going on that journey, going that leap of faith, taking that leap of faith. Okay? Because the focus is too much on the material. It's like you're going to miss the pleasures of the relationship if you just focus on the dynamics of it. Okay? Hope that helps some. Ooh, what is going on, my friend? Aloha. He's in the house. Yeah, my buddy. Yeah, you caught me live. Snuck it on in. Yeah, I always got to switch it up for these haters. You know what I'm saying? But Monica, boom, that's for you, baby. Hope this worked for you, okay? Tell me how it works out if you want. I appreciate that. Okay. So those are questions are good. I like this. We're getting deep, right? Bring your little swimmies and stuff because we're doing it, okay? So fire signs. We're going back to this one. And you need, like I said, we're going to do an oracle real quick. Yes, sir. How's the weather? Fantastic. Yes. Always. You're a good friend. Appreciate you, man. Love the support. Okay. So, oracle time. What do we have to say on the higher level of you? A book. Well, now, this is going to be fun. All right. We're talking the higher level. This is the Isis Oracle. This is the one card, one truth. This is definitely in sync with the spiritual side, which is your higher side of yourself, to your tarot everyday kind of situations, right? So it says the portal of light. It is only this physical reality that is bound by time and space. You are a conscious being on levels beyond the physical world. You are guided to work with your healing powers beyond the confines of time and space. Shut your face over here with the Nine of Wands and Nine of Pentacles. This is what you're doing. This is confirmation. You're moving in this direction beyond the physical world to actually start using your healing powers, which is bringing in the truth about this betrayal and the burdens that you're carrying. Oh my God. I love this deck. All right. So then you will not become ungrounded through such spiritual work. You are not leaving your earthly connection behind. You're merely adding to it. So are you not trying to leave this person behind because you know that you're not supposed to? And adding to it is not only going to be this Two of Cups situation here, but it's also going to be that the Wheel of Fortune, the good luck, the chance to see now what you had, but kind of lost it, but now it's coming back for you to now change the cycle to get it right. And then now comes the abundance of now being together and your skills, their skills, you know, everything combined together is going to be like phenomenally fruitful. What? Oh, I find it weird how I keep encountering 9s, 1s, and 2s, even 3s with 5s. That sounds like a whole lot of number synchronicities, my friend. 9 ones, okay. 2, 3, 5s. Ooh. Those are some very interesting numbers, my friend. Well, to me, just reading those numbers, friend, real quick, it's like there's going to be an ending that's going to start a new beginning, but the choice is going to have to be, you're going to have to like explore this some kind of change. There's a change definitely happening, but it's like something has to end to begin, and the choice is now the conflict for you. Yeah. I know, right? It's like, dude, every time I look at the clock, it's like 4:44 or 11:11 or something. I'm in the car. It's like my miles, my odometer's reading 1:44:44. I'm like, thanks, God, right? So, I mean, it's not for everybody, my friend. So sorry that the people that don't understand kind of lost. I mean, I talk about it freely. I have a ton of videos about the synchronicities and stuff. And it's like you can't bring, you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. So I can only give you so much knowledge for you to sink it in, and it just doesn't register that people aren't, I don't think they're meant to see them or meant to understand. I don't know. Could be just the mentality of people's logic. Could be a bunch of things, but maybe you're born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know. Animals tell us all day long. Every single day I open my back door on my porch, just let the sunlight in and stuff. Birds chirp, 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 chirpity, chirp, chirp. And recently I've been seeing, I've always seen cardinals, but I've seen the male cardinal out there. Okay, sitting right in front of a door on a little tree there, just doing this beautiful little chirp. Okay, and the cardinal's not only, cardinal signs for your zodiacs, but the cardinal does represent the divine. Okay. Butterflies, dragonflies all flying over me yesterday walking my dog. So there was tons of messages floating around, because to see a butterfly, significant, right? Has a certain meaning as far as animals, right? The dragonfly, the same thing, right? Crows, so when if you start noticing these things more and more, and you have that lack of knowledge, well, then you probably need to get on Goggle and look at, what is the meaning of a butterfly spiritually? Boom, and it'll tell you, right? But don't read the first one. Probably read the second one, right? Because it's probably an ad. Yes. Libra's a cardinal sign. And the males aren't the red ones. It's the females that are all red. So the males have like this little black and brown kind of head going on. They look a little beat up. Not so beautiful. It's like that. Every time I see a female cardinal, obviously I think of the divine, but that song Lady in Red comes on. It's like, Lady in Red. It's like, oh my God, I get it. Okay. And so all those are different signs and synchros. If you have a dog, a cat, right? If your dog's got to go to the bathroom, they'll come up to you, kind of stare at you like my dog does for like 20 minutes. Doesn't even blink, right? So I definitely lose a blinking contest with my dog. But then she'll look at the door, look at me, look at the door, look at me. So that's communication between me and my dog that she's letting me know through synchronicities of her eye contact, me paying attention, and knowing what she wants. And so if you're, gaming or Xboxing, you have headphones on, and your dog comes around, you're eating Cheetos, right? You just think that dog wants a snack from you because you're eating Cheetos, but they're trying to tell you something, so you're not paying attention. So that's how people miss the synchronicities. And those synchronicities, they're messages of various kinds. Okay, could be warnings, could be like omens, it could be treasures and treats. You know what I'm saying? Blessings, right? Protection. There's a lot of different things. Okay, so I really love that kind of multiplicity. What's going on, everybody? Yeah, you guys are making it up in here. I love it. Yeah. Let me see this. Bam. Mm-hmm. You're most welcome, my friend. Yeah, definitely. And I get into a ton of it, but it's kind of like weird for me. I don't know. I'm going to just kind of break off here with the ice. I'm not going to lie, dude. Every time I go outside, it's an instant magnet for animals. I don't care. It could be butterflies, which were like several around me. I've had them land on me, and I'm like, stupid, where's my phone? You know, because it's on my hand. I'm like, want to make a video? As soon as I get to fumble it with one hand to get it to do it, it flies away, right? But yesterday I had the butterflies, dragonflies, random dog. You know, I'd be walking by dogs that are barking their heads off, and I'll just say, oh, poor little babies. And then they all shut up and just stare. You know what I mean? So there is definitely that ether communication, I guess you could say, collective energy. Because I think that animals, like, it's weird. They might have a soul. Okay. Dogs, probably for sure, I would think. Okay. Because that movie, All Dogs Go to Heaven. Yes. Capricorns, Virgos, right? Stay clingy. Well, yeah. I think, oh shoot, man. I think my dog is, I think my dog's a Leo. And, you know, Leos and Libras get along pretty well. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of different reasons why they're clingy, okay? Because sometimes it's the communication that needs to be said, but it's unsaid or heard, you know? It's kind of like when you're in high school, everybody has cliques, okay? So all the jocks hang out with the jocks, all the nerds with the nerds, right? It's that energy association that gravitates, you know, different species to each other. Yes, that's what it is. I always thought the red cardinal was the male. No, he's the ugly one. No, it's the woman, man. The woman's got to be like, hey, look at me. And we're like, hey, sexy mama. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lady in red. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Maybe I got it reversed. You could fact check that. I don't know. Maybe goggle it if you want. That's cool, though, right? All right. So what a hell of an oracle. And look at y'all chatting it up. Loving it. Loving it. Yeah. So I love the vibe. I love that. I mean, because swear, like, I don't know how much more to say about energy that is just so fluid, okay? Like I said, you put on socks, walk across your carpet, go touch your door handle, you're getting sparks, right? Same thing with communication and just with our, okay, we have an internal communication because you kind of talk to yourself. But that inner voice is your intuition, which is really kind of the voice of your higher self, okay? And so when this one isn't talking, this one might be talking. So that's that subliminal subconscious telepathic communication that can go on between two people. Don't even have to speak a word. And some people can just understand each other. That's why you have people like finishing other people's sentences. Not only that they're psychic and they're already knowing what this person is talking about, but it's that connection. So there could be the Virgo drive of this person has Virgo on their chart and you're a Virgo sun. Well, boom. Now you have that high school clique kind of, you know, pull, whatever. Yeah, crazy. But it's not. It's real because there's more reality in the unseen than there is in the reality of the seen. I'm telling you, okay? So we can really sit back and smoke it up, talk about it, get a campfire going, but, you know, we'll be going on some kind of trip because there's a lot to spirituality and, you know, I kind of struggle with some of the prophets that are up here being like, get it, I'm a prophet. YouTube's paying me a stupid amount of money because I'm fake and I'm bringing in the fear for YouTube, right? I'm just going to call them out because that's what I do, because that's what they do. And so when you're real and you don't make squat from it, well, it kind of stings a little bit to be like, well, damn, you know, and then you start checking yourself and being like, do I suck? You know, and then you see these little clues of like, what? This don't make no sense. So everything's like a growing, learning experience. And so no matter how spiritually evolved you are, whether you're just beginning, in the middle, or 10 years advanced, there's always something to learn that's new, that's going to change the way that you perceived it from the last time. Yeah. crystals, cards. I get a lot of people being like, oh, you're tarot, you're doing the devil's work. And I'm like, okay, I have to bring in the the divine justice on your ass, dude, because I don't work for the devil. He works for me. So shut your face, okay? And that's my brain talking, you know? But then I'm like, listen, you're a little harsh. Maybe you don't understand the whole idea. We're not clashing with religion here because spirituality is a higher form of religion. In the definition of religion, spirituality is in the definition. And if you think about it, I'm sure my friend, I know I did, we lit some incense today, right? Maybe some sage, right? So if we look at religions on the incense level, if I'm lighting incense in my house over my reading to get the negative energy away, well, then what is the priest doing walking up and down the aisles with that big old ball on fire and smoking the shit out, right? Clearing the energy. What do the Native Americans do? Feather, sage, the little bowl, smudging. Right? So religion all has the same base, and it plateaus to a certain level only. It doesn't go higher than now when you get into the unseen spirituality, because God is a living spirit. He's in you, he's in me, he's in the tree, he's in everything, because God is everything. So when you see it on that perspective, I don't know God. I mean, I do because I talk to him every day, but in a person's mentality of starting this, well, they're going to have that insecurity, right? Well, I've heard it too, right? I mean, it's on, okay, it is a doorway to, you know, the spirituality, the spirit world, the interpreting, divinations, whatever, but it's a tool. If you just think of it as a tool, and you use it as a tool for the gift that you already have, my friend, then where is the devil worshiping in that? Because the gift that you have of this foresight, sitting down around your house, you got all these thoughts going on in your head, you're like, none of this shit belongs to me. I don't even know what's going on. Talk to your friend, and you find out that what you're thinking is kind of what they're going through. So now you understand you have a gift. So use these tools to enhance your gift or to actually use your gift to help other people. Come on, where's that devil stuff in that? Because your gift is from God. Remember, the devil will trick you in any kind of way and make it look pretty, make it look scary, make it look confusing, make it sound real good. Okay? Because he does the opposite of God. And you got to remember that. So that's what I'm talking about, these false prophets that bank off this shit, just do fear tactics to be like, oh no, guess what? There's a family curse in your generational line. So if you watch my reading, I'll help you through it. Some of that might be legit, but shit, dude, some of these people with these details on here, like you can't tell me specific diseases. You can't tell me what I had for dinner yesterday. You can't be that specific because there's only been, in the history of this kind of shit, only a few rare handfuls of people that have been that specific. And most of those people were in ancient times, biblical, right? So you know they're fake and phony. Right. Block them out. Me too. But some of them might watch them because you got to know the devil to fight him. Okay. So you always have to keep up and be one step ahead. So keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Okay. Because you have to know what the tactic is. So you don't trip on the snares. Okay. It's kind of like the armor. Okay. So that was fun, wasn't it? I love that. Let me just try to finish this up here. And maybe we'll just keep deep diving into some more juicy, good stuff like that. Okay? Because I really dig that stuff. And I think the more that people know, the better off they'll be for themselves. Because we're all on a journey. It's all different for everybody else. But in some weird way, we're all going the same place. Hangman. Okay? We're all going to chill. Okay? I want to chill. Tell you. Got some mansions, a couple trillion acres. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple planets. Yeah, that's my kingdom. Okay, so do you think this person's going to come all weird, maybe start arguments, but they're going to come and actually really chill? Okay. They're really going to become in chill. And it's just your insecurity because you came in so hard with this power, and then you get to right to that point of doing it, and then you like almost chicken out, but it's just your insecurity, and you kind of reflect it on them a little bit. But with the Page of Wands, I mean, you're going into this now once you find out that they're chill with this, that now kind of you could go into this with fresh eyes, no expectations, just kind of letting the pace kind of unfold naturally. Okay, so how it's going to be, it's going to be. You're not going to try to change it. You're not going to try to direct it. You're not going to try to control it. You're just going to let it evolve naturally. That's about the best I can say for that. Okay, so 2 cards for the verdict. That's right. Chill and smoke, my friends. I was doing the craziest thing, right? I was cleaning my pool yesterday, right? Because the wind's pretty bad. It blows in a certain way, and it just throws everything in the pool, right? So then I put up these little nets on the side so it would stop it, and it really cut it down a lot. I was like, yeah, good for you, right? So I was cleaning the bottom of the pool with the net, and then I had the filter on. So when I scooped some of the leaves or whatever, a couple of leaves in there, and just like these little dirt chunks, whatever. And I was looking, I was like, what is that shiny thing? What are those? It looked like little, like somebody took gold dust. It was like, psh, right? Because it was like little speckles everywhere. It was all gold and shiny. I was like, okay, it could have been like a bug wing that just hit the light, right? Like a prism. And I was looking, so I scooped that net in, pulled it up. Yo, I found some nuggets. Straight up, I did. I even have them up in my jar over there. Chunk like that, a couple little pieces. And I was looking at it, I was like, that's pretty shiny. That looks like gold. That looks like gold flake, gold leaf, gold chunk. Not like a nugget, like, but kind of like flakes. That it was crusted up with rock and dirt, and then blew off with the wind in my pool and disintegrated all the other crap, left the dirt floating and the gold sitting on the bottom. So then I pulled it up and I was totally tripping. So then my neighbor was out there and I was like, hey, a piece on my thumb. I was like, look it. And it was a big old piece. I was like, look, because she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I was cleaning my pool, but now it looks like I'm doing a little panning over here. She goes, panning? So yeah, I'm digging for gold. So we go and show her over the fence. She was like, holy shit, dude. That's a piece of gold. I was like, I know. It wasn't the first pieces that I found. But it was crazy that it was in my pool. So when I bought this house, I was so glad that I made sure that I had mineral rights. What? Yeah. So now I got a metal detector and shit on my deck. Beep, 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 beep. I found little pieces of silver. Found a whole bunch of really cool gems, like citrine and a couple other different mineral deposits that we all kind of use, right? So I was very happy. I was very pleased with that. And it was like so crazily overwhelming that I was like, and I was so glad that I had to witness my neighbor because I put it up in her face. I was like, you see it? She's like, oh my God, tripping, right? But I went out there today again and I was looking, there wasn't any. So just a few pieces, but what? What kind of story is that? It's a true story. So the point of me telling you that, I should have probably kept it confidential, obviously, because now everybody's going to be like, where do you live? Right? I'm like, psh, I live on 9mm Ave with Hollow Point P.O. Box. Yeah. Probably should have kept it secret, but when you are a true person, that you live in your truth and you can speak the truth, so help you God, you're not afraid. You don't care. I mean, you do, but you're not worried. You don't have that insecurity of holding back. Because I wanted to share that phenomenal freaking story with somebody else besides my neighbor. Okay? Like, what are the chances? That's like me winning the lottery. Oh, wait a minute. I did. Because my favorite tarot reader said I was going to win the lottery, and I did. But only $5. So I take joy in that, in kind of waking people up to the truth. But not mine. If we're going to share stories, that's something different. But I'm not going to expose myself for the ridicule when I know people are already looking into my shit to be like trying to put me through some humiliation ritual. Get out of here. I'll embarrass myself first before you can embarrass me. That's how I'm truthful, living my truth, right? So it's such a comfortable feeling to have that because there's nothing holding you back. And people now will perceive you as being the real deal Holyfield, okay? Because you say what you mean what you do. So if you're a dick and you act like one and you show it, well, that's how people are going to know you. People want to pretend they're not dicks. They come off all nice and sweet until until the honeymoon stage goes over, and then they're a dick. And now it's problems, right? Right. So if you could know that in the beginning, then I think you'd have a better understanding of making a choice if you want to, be friends with a dick. Just saying. It sounds weird. I know, but I can get away with it because I'm on live right now. Yeah. Oh, you're good, my friend. Don't worry about it. Eat up. Eat up. But don't eat too much, man, because we're getting this lunar eclipse. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be some big changes here with the lunar eclipse, but it's going to be on the internal level where a lot of this kind of things, because this is kind of fitting for a lunar eclipse because it does basically block out the sun kind of, right? But it still illuminates a little bit on the ring. But personally, I'm not going out looking for it. I'm going to stay in the damn house. I already got my, I don't want to get into that part, but yeah, I have a different perception of this solar eclipse coming up, but I'm going to be all about the lunar eclipse because the big changes that are happening, karmic cycles, completions, maybe reuniting, restoring people, places, and things. So it's a great time for a lot of people that are going to be awakening to big changes if they've already been putting in the work to get there. Okay. Some people aren't even going to know what's going on. They're like, oh, look at that, cool, right? Because they're so not with it. Those are the sheep people that just stare at the TV and zone out and all this other crap, just distracted with the worldly stuff. Okay. Others like me, I've been feeling the tug for about almost a week now before we get to this actual lunar eclipse because it's in Libra and I am a Libra. So it's going to be more effective on that zodiac sign than anybody else. And because that bitch is coming in the transit across the United States, well, I mapped where it was going because everybody's showing the map. And yeah, dude, it runs 2 miles from where I live. Are you kidding me? So it's basically going to run right over the top of my house. I mean, the moon's out in front of my house every night anyways, but still, it's going to be very significant. And so I've already been feeling that energy, and so I've already been prepping, because there's things that obviously I'm going to have to eliminate, okay? Just certain things, certain people, certain jobs, whatever. Now's the time. But you had to be in your mindset to prep for that, okay? But there's also another cool thing that happens with every zodiac sign, with not just with the lunar eclipse, but with full moon cycle. Okay. So the full moon, like I've always said, it's like a cycle of 30 days. You got the full moon, that's the beginning, goes right to the new moon, which is the dark moon. Then that's the ending. You know what I mean? And they're all different phases of different meanings for different parts of your life. Right. So then when the full moon is in your zodiac constellation, 3 days before and 3 days after that full moon, there's that weird, I'm going to call it Christ consciousness, okay? Doctorally, scientifically, there is this fluid that's in your brain that I'm pretty sure that is secreted maybe by the pineal gland. Not sure. Could be the other one. Maybe something. I don't know. But this fluid goes down your spinal column, goes all the way to the base. So it starts at your third eye, goes down your chakras. So that's like Christ dying. Then 3 days, that fluid comes back up from your bottom of the base of your spine, legit, scientifically goggle it, and it goes right back up to where it came from. But if you have been prepping to be in some kind of meditative state, no distractions, you're fasting, okay, like straight fasting. I don't know if you've ever fasted, but it takes a minute to get used to it, okay? So do it intermittently. That's the best way. For one, to lose weight, and for two, to get better self, to what I'm about to finish saying. So when you fast, what are you doing? You're basically letting your body eat itself. So whatever food you got left, it's going out. Whatever toxins are in are now going out because you're flushing them out and not replacing with anything else, making it like fresh start. So when you get the timing right, which is the 3 days before this action happens on the full moon in your zodiac, well, then this fluid that travels down, the Christ consciousness does rise. And what it really legitimately, theoretically, scientifically, it's supposed to cleanse your blood. Like, what? I know. And so then you get this spiritual ascension, but on a Christ consciousness level. And I'm sure that some of the people that have done this have really been doing it for a minute, so they definitely understand what I'm talking about. I'm not reading it from a book, so it's kind of general on my slang terms to get the idea of it. And so me, I've been in that process now because I've been anticipating this moment because one, full moon in Libra, I'm ready for that, but it's a lunar eclipse, which is now magnifying that consciousness a million times over because it's that lunar eclipse tied in with the full moon. What? It's like I'm going to be glowing even more if this all kind of transcends in the way that I'm trying to understand how it really works. Okay? Because I'm trying to do this for a minute. And I've always missed it by a day or something like that. I was looking at the moon last night. I was like, damn, it's almost full. And we still got 2 more days. I don't know. But I've already been in the process of doing the meditations and, you know, flushing out the old, right? Trying to get that all worked up. And it's weird, man. I know it sounds like a whole bunch of rattlesnake shit. Right? But there are other things that I've actually thought that were kind of out of this world, we'll say. And I was like, okay, I'll do it, right? I'll do it. And I'm doing it. And I was like, holy crap. Yeah. Especially if you can pick up on energies, if you're an energy reader, you'll instantly feel the transition, the change when you do. Okay. So, like, if you feel like your house is dreary and like, oh, I don't know, something's floating around and shit, I don't know, this ain't my energy, and you sage, maybe the first 20 times you're not going to feel anything different, okay? Because you're processing the idea, you're understanding what you're doing and why you're doing it, okay? So before you can get to feel the experience, you have to logically analyze to get to that point. It's like doing the math problem. So 1 + 1 now equals 2. Okay, so now you see 2 is the answer. So the feeling would be the answer of understanding, why am I doing this? Well, because I think my neighbor's giving me the evil eye. So now I'm doing this. And then all of a sudden now when I got to do it again, I feel differently because now I feel that this is working. Psychosomatic, placebo, whatever shrink wants to say, whatever they want. You're now drifting out of your logical consciousness into the unknown, into your subconscious. And now you are seeing, but not on your human, fleshy, this side, but it's your higher side to see what's going to happen, the result, to give you the feeling of now you feel Secure that your neighbor is not giving you the evil eye because you had to sage your house. Ask a shaman. Oh, I just told you. Right? Right. So, when I've had people say this devil worship crap and all this other stuff, sometimes the ignorance bothers me, but I kind of like have these moments of like Jesus flipping the tables. You get a moment, you're mad, boom, listen, you guys, what? And then you tone it down and you bring it into that healing teaching level. And that's what I feel sometimes. And I want to snap off these people that are just so rude and leave it in the comments and all this ignorant stuff because whatever reason they got going on, they don't understand. They're not on the level of that mentality, okay? So bringing people into that mentality is, I love it. I love it because, I don't know you, but I love you. And if I did know you, it'd be probably cool and, whatever. But to be a dick and to be so negative, I'm not even allowing myself to give that thought or a chance to even try. Because I'm already repelling people just with that energy. And you're going to miss a lot of different things, a lot of cool people and a lot of whatevers and knowledge, right? So then I simmer them down, say, just chill out. Listen, it's not the devil, but if you use it for the devil, that's probably where you're at, okay? But not everybody does. So to school that person on that discernment, maybe flip them and change his mind because he maybe just had a stereotype and assumption of everybody that does tarot. There must be against religion and they're, Illuminatis and they're working with the devil and shit. And I'll be like, man, I feel like drop kicking you. Okay. Haven't you seen any of my other videos? I don't think anything is like that. Right. So then you don't know me. So then you're judging me. It's not your job to judge me because if you're going to judge me, special one, chosen one, then guess what? A certain amount of time, I'm going to let that rope go out. So then you're going to put your own foot in your mouth. And then when you're at the end of that rope, it's going to be like Leonidas punting the Persian in the hole in the movie Spartan. This is Sparta. And he boots him in the chest and the guy goes flying in the hole. That's what God says I could do, but spiritually. Okay? So we got to be very mindful and use discernment when we're messing with this. My parents, well, my mom and her sisters, they dabble with stuff like this. They did stupid spells. Oh, because I'm in love. Whatever, stupid shit. Ignorance. Using the Ouija board. My mom and my aunts were playing with the Ouija board at the house. My grandmother's house. And my grandmother was like the first generation off the boat from Poland, right? What? She'll smack your teeth right out of your mouth if you say something foul, right? Because they're old school like that and they're from Poland, right? So when my grandmother found out that my mom was messing with the Ouija board in the house, yeah, she pulled her by the ear and all this other good stuff, like the old school days. And they took it outside and threw it in the trash. Grammy went to work. Kids went to school. They all came home. Guess what? The Ouija board was underneath my mother's bed. What? Nobody was home. Nobody was like, oh, let me put this back in the house. Kids were at school. Grammy's at work. So, messing with stuff like that, I mean, the Ouija board's a portal. Straight up. It is. Tarot could be used as spells for curses. Shut up. If you don't understand these things, then we're here to teach you. Okay? So, then once my grandmother found out, hold on, my friend, okay? I got right to you there, baby lanes. Yeah. I heard you should change it first. Change it. Charge it. Charge what? The Ouija board, I don't even, I know enough about it, but I don't run it. I don't like to give details about it because that might open somebody's mind to want to go be curious and try. Okay? So I just kind of tell these other stories to help you guys out to say, well, probably not, right? But nobody was home. That shit was in the trash. And then all of a sudden, grandmother comes home, finds it underneath the bed. No, it was on the bed. It was on the bed. And my grandmother was very superstitious. She knew a lot of spirituality things, okay? Because like I said before, there's pretty much my whole family line on my mother's side are psychics, or have been, especially on my dad's side too. What? Anyways, so my grandmother immediately took that shit. She took she took a whipping to the girls, and then she took the Ouija board and burnt that shit. Okay? We don't allow that stuff. Especially if you don't know what you're doing, or you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Right. And so those little witches of Hogwarts and shit that come on here and play these games, you know, I wonder why their boyfriends are dumping them and their houses are, you know, being foreclosed, and they crashed their car and they lost their job. Oh, because they did something stupid against somebody that they weren't supposed to. Yeah. All right, baby Lane, let's get it. Let's do it. All right. So I'm going through some things. I suffer from mental illness. I'm sorry to hear that. We all kind of do. I have severe PTSD myself. Okay. So I feel you, Amelia. Okay. I need to know what's up with my relationship. And we're completely disconnected. Like, my mind is deceiving me. That's confused. Okay. Well, I mean, I could see the confusion. Okay. Minus the mental illness. Okay. We're going to put that aside. We're going to just look at the facts of what the relationship is. And when you said you're completely disconnected, so you got them blocked. Are you not talking? If you were living together, are you not? Because completely is a very strong word. Okay, so it sounds like there's a complete detachment of this person completely. Okay, so I need to feel that you somehow feel that your mental illness is playing on this, because I think maybe your person was tugging on you with that. I'm not getting into the specifics because I hear things like, I don't want to, you know, say them because they're kind of mean, you know, but I feel this person was using that kind of against you a little bit, maybe. And it made you feel that now, are you the one that was kind of doing things to kind of ruin the relationship to get this complete separation because it was your mental illness? Or was it because that, like I said, they were leveraging it on you? Okay. Because I don't really think there's a confusion here other than that. Because if you're separated, it already seems like your mind is made up to know in which direction that you want to go in. And if you're already completely disconnected, well, this is the end. But to wonder if you made a mistake, that's where you have to go in to see the logic and the truth of your events, of the stories that you've gone through with this person. If he was holding your head, or she was holding your head, holding your mental illness over your head. Because I've been there, and I was dealing with narcissists that would use my PTSD against me, and that would make dynamite blow on top of a missile and a nuclear bomb. I mean, it was just, what? I couldn't believe it. And so I felt that disconnection myself. And I did feel like, is it me or is it them? So I really had to look at that logic, no emotions, and then pull that apart. Okay. I mean, a lot of people do suffer with mental illnesses, not just like the schizophrenia or PTSD or, you know, bipolar and things like that. I mean, we got idiots. Okay. That is a mental disorder. Okay. That's the lack of intelligence that they carry, that instead of we say ignorant, we say idiot, right? Yeah. So we all have some kind of mental illness. Okay. So I hope that kind of worked for you there, girlie. Let me know in the comments if that kind of hit right on the head. Okay. We got that. I'm doing that. I've been watching you. Oh, baby. I thank you. That's awesome. I've been doing it for years. Yeah. YouTube still bending me over. Okay, so we're going to hit up BBC. Bro, can't with the Broke Bitch Club. What? That's hilarious. You should make a t-shirt with that. Okay, my boyfriend broke up with me suddenly. A few days. He was talking marriage. Oh, well. From a guy's perspective, okay, if you're going to be talking about marriage and that serious of a commitment, and the other person is kind of not so enthused or so orientated about it. And one little trigger, it doesn't matter what it could be. If you're not matching that same energy of, okay, you want to get married? Let's get married tomorrow. Boom, now you're married, right? If there's a little curveball in that energy flow from that expression of we're getting married to maybe you catching on or him catching on to being like, you're kind of not looking like you're enthused or you're not seeming like you're happy about it. You know, some curveball like that, shit, you can just wake up the next morning and be like, you snore too loud, I'm done, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? It was just a crutch. This incident or whatever could have happened, that was just a crutch to now really expose how you were catching on to the feelings of that energy exchange being off. That's the curveball, okay? So there had to be something either said or done that either one made him or you, whoever was like, I'm good, and reneged on it to put the clue out. Okay, we always say things or always do things or we'll let you know in some way, whether it's direct or indirect, whether we're interested or not, whether we want to go forward or not, whether we want to stop this or not. So you need to go review that situation a couple weeks, however long you think that you need to pull that back and go into hermit mode and see not only his side of it to see, well, if he was maybe seeming like he was fronting or what did he have the ring? You know what I mean? There's a lot of things you got to analyze to see how committed that person was to that, to then analyzing yourself to see how committed you were to being on board with it. Then you'll find your answer, my darling. Because I always feel that it's in the situation. Because the arguments and the after effects are just that. They're just after effects. Trying to blow off the steam. Psychologically, people argue, which is really like the last form of communication that a human can have. Why do they argue? Because they lack the understanding of where this other person's coming from. That's what the argument, that's what the anger, that's where all that comes from psychologically. Okay? And it's kind of crazy that, you know, we are so emotionally suppressed into being like, oh, well, you want to get married? Well, I do too, but maybe not right now. You know, being that truthful so then that person doesn't feel hip checked or rejected or any kind of way by a sudden move or a sudden saying that threw them off or threw you off. You know what I mean? So you really got to go into it and look and see from both sides, because it always takes two to make it, two to break it, two to tango. That's what my mother always said. It always takes two to tango, right? So, yeah, I mean, it's so true. And kind of like having a baby, right? I mean, I don't know nowadays with the science, chicks are probably going to be able to have babies by themselves and shit, whatever. But as it stands now, it takes a man and a woman to make a baby. So I kind of feel that when, you know, a woman says it's my body, my choice, well, technically you're right. Half of it is because the other half is mine. So then I have a choice too, because in this present moment, you can't make that without me. Because it takes two to tango. Right? So when we get that mentality, now we're working on things to really see where the breakdown is. Yeah, that's the truth. I hope that worked for you. Oh, Sag Cap. Baby's a Sag. Ooh, that's some fire. Right? A little fire devil action or grounded work person. Are you all up in your work? Are you all over the streets? I'm just kidding. Yeah, some Sagittarius are like that. They just are so social. You know, they're just social butterflies are all over the place. And, you know, the Capricorn kind of energy could be, I mean, it is represented as the devil here, but clearly that could work in, you know, positive and a negative way. I mean, Virgo Libra, right? So I'm like balanced, but then so analytical, I'm not balanced, right? So that's like oxymoron. So I feel you. BBC, we have been together for a year and a half. Okay, you plan everything together, supported emotionally, financially. Oh, snap. He recently started ghosting friends, dating someone. Oh, so his friends are involved to help you? Okay, stop that. Don't do that. Let that go. Okay, because you don't know the friend, best friend, cousin, Louis, whatever, they might have feelings for you and they're trying to redirect you away from them to them, right? So get rid of those friends, right? Don't listen to that. Introvert. I am too. I'm a home person, but now we got this. Okay, homeboy, come back soon. I got this feeling of springtime itch, summertime coming out. I'm starting to blossom, so I'm putting myself out there and doing things that I used to do, right? So tubing on the river and stuff, and kind of doing that, get back into my groove, right? I mean, but just with limited people. I'm not trying to get into like a crowd of people, right? So yes, that is kind of tricky there, BBC, with the friends, because don't listen to somebody else. Always take it from the person that you're dealing with. So if you have issues and you have questions and you have concerns, well, you got to go right to the office, right? You got to go talk to the principal. So go to this person and you got to confront them directly with your truth. Because doing the side eye the side around thing with talking to the friends to get an idea of where your person is coming from, what they might suspect, who knows what these people's intent is. Could be true, could be not. But never take it from somebody else. Always take it from the person you got to deal with, right? Like, it's just pretty much you and that person that have to deal with this. And I think that if you're so concerned, which I would be a year and a half in, pull the plug, sounds familiar, I've been there. You have to go to the source. You have to really clear the air and put that Ace of Swords down and say, I need the truth. We were so involved. We were doing this and this and this and this. And all of a sudden, you're pulling away. I got to know why. Okay. I feel like I'm left hanging. You leave me ghosted. So now I'm emotionally frustrated because I'm trying to figure out logically what the hell's going on. When I think next week we're supposed to get married and ain't nothing looking like that's happening. I mean, we can just dig ourselves into a hole with all that stuff. But if you said all that right to that person, whether they're going to lie to you or not, in some kind of way, you'll still get answers. You'll still relieve some of those symptoms and issues that you're carrying. But you got to kick that shit right in the jaw. I mean, sorry, you got to. Because then you could just keep living in the what ifs. And when you live in the what ifs, it's an uncertain world. It's the Two of Pentacles. Those friends could be telling the truth. They could be lying. So now you have to deal with that too. It's just too much. Too much for you. But a year and a half in, if this person's young, he could be just going with the flow. Piping it up, making it seem good, and then all of a sudden get cold feet. You don't know. Okay? So we don't want to assume. We want the exact details. Because if I got to go confront somebody, punt them in the ass and get a field goal from 50 yards out, I know I got to bring the facts. Okay? And the facts will be, I'm bringing my football. I got my laces out. I got my shoes tight, ready, ready to kick it. Okay? Because you can't kick the ball without certain things because then just, whatever. So you need those steps. You need those facts. You need those truths. Half of them are yours because it's the way you feel and the way you're seeing from your perspective what's going on in the relationship. And so to be ghosted and not know, but hear from his friends through the grapevine. Look at all these rumors surround me every day. Come on. You guys got to get some of the 80s music, dude. I'm telling you. It will definitely help a lot of people out. Love it. Yeah. So I hope that really worked for you, my BBC. Loving it. Well, likely that's just assuming again. Okay. And this the second time we broke up. Self-respect for sure. Okay. Yeah. You're tired of chasing. I feel you. Let me give you a little hint. Okay. I was married 17 years. I know about this dynamic and what you're going through because we've had so many different situations in our marriage. I'm just like, what? So we were separated like 4 or 5 different times. I had my own apartment, like married, like what? So I feel you on that. But it wasn't that the love wasn't there. There were either external forces that were intervening and clashing in on the relationship, or it was a dynamic of two dominant people trying to rule the roost, right? It's like you can't have two chefs in the kitchen cooking the same thing because you're going to get in the way. Oh, no, you got to put this garlic down, and no, you got, so who's going to do it, right? And it's just a conflict of interest. So that was kind of my part, but I've been there. I understand it. It didn't change the love for me until later when things just kind of got sour in that not knowing, okay? Because when you don't know, then you're going to assume and then you're going to suspect. And then when you suspect, you're going to snoop. And when you snoop, you're going to just look stupid. Because you might find something that might hurt. You might find something that might not even be what you thought. But the whole process is going to leave in this mentality of this Sherlock Holmes thing, right? Now I got to play Blues Clues and shit to figure this out. Go right to this person and put them on Front Street and be like, what is the deal? Either you're with me or you're not. Because it looks right now you're not. So if you could just be man enough to tell me this, then I can be woman enough to accept it. Boom! Baby, yeah. What's going on in your relationship? Am I mental? I'm so confused. Blocked. Not everything's an illusion. No. Well, your mind could be running around on you for sure. I know the mental illness, right? You're welcome, BBC. Love you too. Thank you. Appreciate you opening up. I love that. Listen, baby, listen. The mental illness is a separate deal. Okay. And that if you are worried that might be more of the concern, or we'll say the root of some of the issues that are transpiring with your relationship. One, have you already been in like service of your mental health? Are you on any medications? Are you following a regular regimen? Are you doing everything you need to do to maintain that mental health awareness? So then, you're going to get yourself worked out and level and whatever. Like for me, for PTSD, like I'll tell you, being in the army, being a Virgo Libra, having the growing up, I did. My mother was very strict. She was rude, like grooming me for military, right? Like she literally would bounce a quarter off my bed. If it didn't bounce, I had to do it again. Stupid. White gloves behind the toilet, finding dirt, and you didn't clean the bathroom. Do it again. Stupid, right? So the process of the structure was already embedded in me to be that on point. But then once I did my service, I got injured, all that, PTSD kicked in like crazy, man. Crazy. There's a video in my playlist. It's called FOB Falcon, Aha Explosion. Well, that was my 4th of July in Iraq. And it was like from my house to right across the street where my neighbors are, and all our ammunition blew up for 18 hours. How fun is that? Yeah. So very severe when your life is in danger like that, but on a constant, everyday basis. So the mental illness is the PTSD, but it's really not mental illness because it's an emotional reaction to a physical event, which leads to mental things. So my preciseness is growing up. My shoes were dressed like dress, sweaters, everything perfect, right? PTSD kicks in, everything's a mess. I don't want to do laundry, everything's all jacked up, right? Where's my keys? I put my keys down. Without my keys, I'm walking by and shit like 5 times. Without my keys, I get mad, smash the table, can't find my keys, and then I look and they're right in front of me. Boom! And I couldn't live like that. So I didn't want that to beat me. So I had to reach out, get a little resources, understand, doing some cognitive behavioral therapy. So I understand that when I go to Walmart, they're not Iraqis trying to hurt me, and I have to hurt them to save myself. Because I'm in Texas at Walmart, and these people probably even know how to protect themselves. Never mind fight, right? So once you get that mentality going, which is the research and technically the medication or the therapy or whatever. So now once I had that going, well, instead of freaking out where my keys are now, I religiously been like for 8 years hanging my keys up in the same place, the same way, every day that I use them. Okay, so I'm reprogramming my brain so then I'm getting back to the order of where I was as younger, being that dress right dress. Eliminating the frustration, the terror, the anger, all the shit that goes on with the PTSD just by using that one little resource of figuring out to hang my keys up or put them in the same place every time. So then I have to think about it. Eventually, I'll be programmed enough to know exactly subconsciously, oh, there's my keys and I'm done. That's the focus that I mean. If you have tried or been doing that. Sure is, my friend. Sure is. Triggered easy. And the trigger is going to be, it's like the fuse of the match. But I really feel that the trauma, some of us, we relive emotionally the feelings through the visuals of what we have to go through, what we already did. When I explain that video, watch it, all the ammunition blows up. I still react emotionally to that video because I lived it. Almost didn't make it, but I did. Good thing a lot of people, those really only people got hurt, nobody died. But when you can put yourself in your trauma on purpose, like it's called exposure therapy. Some people are afraid of spiders. Oh my God, right? But if you started having somebody that you trusted or was confident with that had a spider and they're introducing you little by little to now you're like letting that bitch crawl over you, you didn't even care, then you're programming yourself to eliminate the trauma effects of the emotional side of the physical responses that you're going through. Like the spider being close to you, freaking out. Now you can have the spider on you and you don't have those repercussions. But the illness or the fear will never go away because you've had that impact you so much that it changed you in a way where then you were just disassociating with anybody or anything with spiders. You know what I mean? So when you force yourself back into that kind of mode of reliving the trauma, experiencing it, it's like giving yourself another shot, giving yourself another chance to get it right, to get over it, to conquer it, okay? So the confusion of a relationship, you're looking at yourself completely, but you don't know that you're maybe bypassing what this person might have done to you, what it said to you, maybe how you felt about certain things that you needed a certain kind of support but didn't get it. So if you're not seeing those things, you got to get out of that. It's me and the mental illness when it could be you were dealing with a dick. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, my brother. Thief of joy. It is. But it also is a bringer of blessings when you can overcome it, or at least, maintain it and conquer it. Getting triggered easily by certain things too, right? But I smoke. Chill with that smoke, dog. Man, dude, what's up with that? Love it.